So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have a thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, Ripper taking that. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, Ripper taking that. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Rosen. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Cassius Marsh in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
White 20! White 20!
Play action now, Vick. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
90! 20!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Right 20! Right 20!
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Right 20!
From the gun, Vick. He may try. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now it's Rosen looking. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And able to find Kirk complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, Ball pops out, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39! Green!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 52, by 90.
Vic goes play action. Connects with Sanu right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, let's go!
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him?
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vic Beasley able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he's forced out left, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Fights off the defender.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right 20.
So here's Vic following the interception. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Rosen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And this is complete. It's Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw is Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A nice little juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
By 90.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
90.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Vick on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. 3rd down here.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Right 20. Right 20.
A first down throw coming for Vick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, Vick. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Right 20.
To throw, Vick. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Right 20.
They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
That was second down throw for Vick. And it is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
90. 20.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And a big 32-yard play on third.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run here with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That's how we do it, baby.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Rosen to throw. His throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 45 yards. Rosen on 1st and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Rosen. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
1st down, Vic. And finding the tight end, Hooper. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey,
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Vick now from the 50. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cassius Marsh in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
White 20!
Throwing, Vick. Looking downfield for Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 55 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
Let's see what they do. Caught by Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Throw that side complete to Sharp. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Rosen will throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
White 90! White 20!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Nice 5-3.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
White 20!
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Side right here, side on the right, side on the right.
White 80! White 20!
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down.
White 20! White 20! White 20!
Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
White 90!
From the gun, Vick. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, Help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.